three plants behind me. The first one is an Anthurium. The second one in the middle is a Bromeliad, not quite sure how you pronounce that. And the third one, I'm not really sure what that one is. So it is a tropical plant, but I'm not sure the name of it. But I'm not sure if you could see from there. I will show you a close-up. These plants have been in these pots for a while now, so they're getting a little bit of root rot, and you can see some of the leaves on the inside of the plants are starting to get a little bit brown and yellow. So I think they probably need to be repotted into bigger pots. So today we're going to repot these, and I'll show you how I repot them and what I'm repotting them in. I don't know much about plants. I do like tropical plants. I love going to Hawaii, and I like going to the Caribbean, and I just love all the tropical plants that I see. So I just wanted to have some tropical plants in my life and in my house. So my husband let me buy these three plants a few years ago. So they're doing pretty well, but I think, like I said, that they need to be in a little bit bigger pots, and maybe they'll bloom a little bit better. The Anthurium does have a new bloom. I will show you that. And the Bromeliad did have a beautiful bloom in the middle. It was like a pinkish purplish color. But I have heard with those plants that once that blooms, it only blooms once. So I'm not sure if it has any things on the side that I can take off and repot and make it into another plant. So we'll be checking that out. And like I said, the third plant, I'm not sure what it is called. It's a tropical plant we just bought at Lowe's a couple years ago. It did have these really pinkish purplish color flowers on it, or they could have been red. I'm not sure. I don't remember. So I want to replant that and see if any of the flowers come back. And I'm no plant person by any means, so if that's what you're looking for, you'll probably have to watch another channel. I'm just here to show you how I repot these and see if a normal person like me can make them healthy by just repotting them into new pots. And I will show you in a couple of weeks how they do. So come with me and I'll show you the plants, and then I'm going to show you the new pots that I'm going to be putting them in and what kind of soil I'm going to be using for these. Okay, so this is my beautiful Anthurium. So let me just show you. This is the beautiful flower that it produces. It's really, really pretty. You see a lot of these when you go to Hawaii or in the tropics. So I just wanted to show you the middle of this. As you can see, it has a lot of root rot here. And I think it's because the roots don't have anywhere to go. Let me see if I can show you. Let's see, some of the roots are sprouting from the plant, so I think it's time to replant this Anthurium, and hopefully I will get some more beautiful flowers. As you can see, there is one starting to form right here, and I believe that one is going to be another one. When they turn like that pinkish color, they start to form, and then they twirl and form into this, and then eventually they look like this beautiful flower right here. And next is this beautiful Bromeliad. I've had this for a few years now. As you can see, it's getting quite big. It was about half the size of that when I first got it. So as you can see, it's starting to lean over, and the bottom there is starting to get dried out. So I believe that really needs to be replanted also, and I'm going to take off all that dry stuff off the bottom of there and replant this beautiful Bromeliad, as I think it's called. And as you can see, I'll show you in the middle. That's the middle, usually where the flower would bloom. I do see, oops, sorry, this little thing right here. So I don't know if that's going to start to be another bloom, but I'll let you know if that blooms into anything in a few months. And lastly, we have this other beautiful tropical plant here. It's still green, so I believe it is doing okay. But as you can see down at the bottom, it is pretty dried out. So I want to, oops, let me just turn here and get you a close up. Okay. Can you see how that's all dried out down there? And down there was all the pretty tropical flowers that used to be down there. So I don't know if those are dead or not. They look pretty dried out to me. So when I take it out of the pot, I'm going to inspect it and see if there's any roots on those or if I just need to toss those out and then just keep the leafy part of the plant. But I like it because it sort of reminds me of a palm tree. It's not really a palm tree, but to me it sort of looks like one. So I just wanted to show you the 3 plants here. And I normally keep these plants right here in my dining room in this window, which gets quite a bit of sunlight, as you can see. And it's a beautiful day here, so I thought it would be a good day to replant these flowers. So let me go out to my garage and I will show you the pots that I'm going to repot them in. And as you can see, this dining room furniture, it's like shabby chic, so I wanted to have some new pots that match. So let me show you those. Okay, so this is the potting mix that I bought. We just, my husband and I got it at Lowe's the other day. We were looking for some potting mix for tropical plants, and this is the best one that we found at our local Lowe's store. I didn't see any orchid mix. I heard that's good for my tropical plants that I have, but this will have to do, and we'll see how the plants thrive in this potting mix. And these are the new pots that I bought. Let me just turn them. Oops. But as you can see, those will match a little bit better with my dining room furniture. I like things to look aesthetically matching, so I will be using those pots. And I'm not sure if they're going to be too big or not, but we'll see. But I did get the 3 bags because I thought one bag would not be enough for these pots. So let me go grab the plants and we're going to go outside because today it is a beautiful day here in the Northeast. It's almost 70 degrees, might be a little bit warmer later on today. So I thought it'd be a great day to replant my plants, and it is the end of April, if you're wondering. Okay, so I brought my plants outside and we're going to start to show you what I'm going to be doing with these to replant them. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is just take these stickers off the bottom of these pots, take off the sticker here, and this also has plastic on it. I think it was to protect the pot in the store. So we're just going to take all that off first, and then you're going to need a screwdriver to get these little things out of here because you're going to want the water to be able to drain out of your plant. So I'm going to attempt to get these out, and I will show you what it looks like afterwards. So if you find a spot, just get the plastic started and peel it off. Okay, so that's what the pot's going to look like. It's nice. definitely be careful when you do this. Okay, so just pop those out, and then you'll have the drainage for your pots. So I'm just going to take this potting soil and fill them about halfway. See that? But that's what we're using. Then we're just going to take this, tilt it on its side, and pull gently. It should slide right out, nice and easily. Okay. As you can see, there is roots here. Just going to take some of that off, just so it can breathe a little easier. And that's why I wanted to replant this, as you can see, roots have nowhere to go. That's the root system. Hopefully it's still good. I'm just going to put it in the new pot here and fill this with the rest of the soil. Okay, so I'm just going to pat this around, and I want this to be up like that. So just going to put the soil around the plant first. And I'll show you afterwards, after I get it all straightened out. And I kind of misjudged how much soil you need for the replanting, so I opened up another bag. So probably not going to replant all these today. Okay, and here's the tropical plant, all repotted, and hopefully it will thrive nicely. But as you can see, it's kind of big, that's why I wanted to repot these. So hopefully it likes its new soil. Give you a look, that's what I planted in, this tropical soil, and a new pot. So there's that plant. Again, I'm not sure the name of this plant. If you know it, if you could leave it in the comments below, that'd be appreciated so I can look it up and see what I need to do to help it thrive. Okay, and again, I have a new pot here that I'm going to be planting this Bromeliad. I think that's how you pronounce it, not quite sure, but as you can see, it's quite big and it's kind of outgrowing that pot. So I'm just going to put it in this 11-inch pot and see how it does. And remember to take those drain holes off the pot and take the plastic off the pot. I'm going to do that first. Okay, so the remaining bag of this, which I still have half of this bag left, I'm going to fill this pot here up first. All right, and we're just going to set this pot aside. Okay, and we're just going to grab this Bromeliad. I think that's how you pronounce it, not quite sure. And we're just going to tilt it here and then just give it a little bit of a pull. As you can see, that came out nice and easily. Set that down for a second. And there's quite a bit of soil in there. Just gonna put some of that into here just because I don't have a whole lot of soil. Okay, and I just put the rest of the soil from that pot in there because this was the soil that I used in the old pot, and that was orchid mix that I had put in here. I believe that's what it was. So I wanted to reuse some of that before I put a little bit more of the soil into that one. Okay, so what I'm first going to do is just take the rest of this soil off and get rid of all these dry ones at the bottom here. Let's pull on them gently just to remove all of this dry crispy stuff. And I'm just going to put it in here and put more soil around it. Just going to give it a little push. Okay, so that's in the new pot. I'm going to put a little bit more soil in the pot and I will show you what it looks like afterwards. Okay, and I did forget to get these little plates to put underneath the pots. This is an old one. I just wanted to show you what it looks like. And I'm going to need to get new ones for these. As you can see, they look nice and pretty now. So I'll bring them in the house and show you how they look in the house. I'm going to use that for now until I can get to the store and get the little bit bigger ones. Okay, I do have this plate here, but it's still a little bit too big, and that one is a little too small, so I will need to get like a medium-sized one. And again, these are 11-inch pots here, so there they are. Let me bring them inside and I'll show you how they look. Okay, so here's the plants in their new plant pots, and like I said, I don't have the correct saucer plates for these, so I will have to go to the store either today or later this week and get the proper size for each of the pots for the bottom. But I just stuck those on there for now just so I could give them a little bit of watering. But let me show you. They look extremely big now that they're in these bigger pots. I'm not sure if the pots are too big for this window, but I do like them. I'm trying to keep my neighbor's house out of this view just for their privacy. So let me try to get these from this angle. So here's the bromeliad. Again, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. So that's looking nice in this new pot. And like I said, I like these pots because I thought they went well with my shabby chic dining room set. So I thought they would go nicely in here. And I still have to replant the Anthurium, and when I do that, I will add it to this end of this vlog for you to see. So there's that one. As you can see, it gets enough light through this window. And I'm going to be giving that a little bit of water. And this other tropical plant here, I think looks nice now that it's in a new pot and bigger for it. So we'll see how big these get. You can see that's just a little bit droopy right now, so I'm going to give them some water and hopefully that helps. So let me grab a watering can and I'll show you how to water this bromeliad. Okay, and since I don't have the proper size saucer plant, I'm only going to give this a little bit of water right now. So let me show you. You want to water this from the top of the plant. And see how it's making a waterfall effect. That's how you water this type of plant. So I'm going to give it a little bit more water. And like I said, water it from the top. And it should make the nice little waterfall effect through the rest of the plant. And I believe you're not supposed to water the soil. You always want to water it from the top of the very top of the plant, which is right up here. So just pour the water right down into there. So there's that one. And then I'm going to water this plant here and give it a little bit of water. I'm not going to water it too much just because, like I said, this, you can see it, that saucer under there is not that big. And I don't want water to get all over my cabinet. So I'm just going to give it just a little bit of water until I can get a bigger saucer later on tonight, hopefully. So there's my plants all repotted. I think they look nice. Not sure if the Anthurium will fit in the middle there. So I might put one of these, I might actually put that plant on. I have a stand that I could put that on and hopefully find some light for it that's not too much light. So I'm really liking how these plants turned out into these new flower pots, and I'm not sure if the Anthurium will fit on this table in between them or not, just because these are a little bit bigger flower pots. So I might take this plant here. I do have a plant stand that I could probably put that on. So if I do move that to another place, I'll let you know. And once I replant the Anthurium, I will show you that. But yes, really liking how these turned out. Okay, and like I said, I didn't replant this Anthurium yet. I want to get the orchid mix for that instead of the tropical planting mix that I just got. So I'll try to go to Lowe's later on tonight and get some of the orchid mix so we can replant this too. So you can see how this turned out too in this video. So stay tuned and I will show you hopefully soon. All right, just went to Lowe's and got some potting soil for my Anthurium. I did find the potting mix for orchids, so that was good. And I got another saucer plate for the Anthurium plant. So now I'm going to repot the plant and hopefully everything goes well with the plants. All right, it's a little bit windy out right now and it got cooler out, so I'm going to do this in my garage right now and to replant the Anthurium. And I was able to find the Miracle-Gro indoor potting mix for orchids, so I'm going to be using that. And then we have a new pot here. So this is the soil I was using for the other two plants, the tropical mix. And I was glad that I found the orchid mix. So we're just going to take the plastic off of here. Okay, and take this off like we did before and punch the holes in the bottom of that. Okay, so like I said before, we're just going to take a screwdriver and pop these little things out here so the water can flow freely through the bottom. And I'm going to take the sticker off. And just give it a little tap. Oops. Okay. There you go. Just gonna take the sticker off the saucer plate. I'm just going to put the pot on the ground here and put the flower pot here. And we're just going to take the Anthurium, take the straw out that I had holding it up, and I also had a little plastic knife holding it up, as you can see. Otherwise, it was tilting over sadly. So, just going to open up this potting mix first. is the bark kind that I was hoping it was going to be. Oh, put that up. Right. Put this here so you can see. And I'm going to pour this right in here. See? And then I'm just gonna take the orchid, tilt it on its side, give it a little tap, and it should come right up. So here it is. Oops. All right, so here it is. I'm just gonna take all that old soil off of it so you can see the roots. Oh yeah, here we go. Try to get some of this old root rot off of it. Okay, so those are the roots. Let me get a little bit closer so you can see. Those are the roots for the Anthurium. So I'm hoping they're okay. Again, I'm not a plant person, so I don't know if I should trim any of that off or not. I will pull off like a few of these little ones that look a little dried out though. Okay. And I'm just gonna place it right in here. Just gonna dig a hole in here first. And then okay. I'm gonna put a little bit of this other potting mix in here just to give it a little more stability. Trying not to make too much of a mess in my garage. I'm gonna add a little bit more of the orchid next, but let me just show you first what we got going on here. Okay, so here is the Anthurium. Next, as you can see, it's tilting. If any of you plant people have an idea of how I can keep this upright, let me know in the comments below so it doesn't keep falling over. Like I said before, I had a straw and a plastic knife to keep it up, but I'm not sure what to put there to keep it holding up. But I am going to put a little bit more of the potting mix for the orchids in here and see if that helps. Probably just put the rest of this bag in here, maybe. See how full it gets. This will definitely make it look a little nicer at the top instead of seeing the dirt. So that Okay. Okay, that seemed to make it a little bit more stable. Might just put a little bit more in there. That seems much better. Okay, and there is the Anthurium. Looks like it's standing up a lot better. Let me put this in my house so you can see what it looks like better than out in my garage. And it's getting a little cold out here anyway, so let me go do that and I'll be right back. Okay, and as you can see, the Anthurium looks a lot nicer now that it's in a bigger pot. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of water right now, just because we replanted it. So grab the watering can. Oops. We're just going to oops. Sorry about that. Okay. And then we're going to rewater this beautiful tropical plant that I haven't found out what that is yet. I know it's some sort of like palm, I think. Just gonna give that a little bit more water. Now that it's been a few days. And then we're going to just put a little bit of water in the bromeliad. Okay, so here we are. That's how the bromeliad, I think that's how you say it. Again, I'm not sure. That's the bromeliad, my beautiful Anthurium plant, and the tropical plant. So I think these pots look a lot nicer than the blue ones that I had. I think they go a lot nicer with the furniture that I have in my dining room. Let me just go around here so you can see a little bit better. Okay, there we go. So I think those look much better. I just gotta re-center that Anthurium in that pot. All right, and here are all the plants all repotted, looking nicely on my stand here in my dining room. I do have the curtain closed right now so you could see what the plants look like a little bit better. I think it gives the room a little bit more brightness, and I like the new pots that they all match. And this should give nice room for all my plants to breathe in these pots since they are a little bit bigger. They were in, I think, 10-inch pots, and I think there were 6-inch pots, and these are 11-inch pots. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed watching my plant video for beginners. Be sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this, and my husband and I will be doing some landscaping outside of our house this coming month ahead, so be sure to stay tuned for those videos coming soon. Again, thanks for watching. All right.